Alright guys, the power steering pump is right here. Now, the reason why we're changing the power steering pump is because the customer's turning the wheel, it will not turn at all. And these pumps are not that bad if you follow our video. Oh, the first thing we're going to do is remove our expansion tank. So we get that out of the way because we're going to need to get to that pulley right in the front. So what you're going to do is grab your big bill or a 3/8 drive ratchet with a 4-inch 3/8 drive extension and a 10mm deep socket. And what you got over here, you got a 10mm bolt right there. You see in there pretty good? Mm-hmm. So we'll go ahead, take that bolt out. Yeah. It's down there somewhere. Alright, then what we want to do over here is hooked on into like a slot. So we're going to pick it up. See how it's hooked in? Right to there onto that tab. Hook it in. Follow your lines over here. You're going to pop it out of this little clamp right there. Take your whole expansion tank, swing it over here to the side, just like that. This looks like it's got nothing but water in it. And lean that to the side, and we'll be right back. Damn. Alright guys, the first thing we're going to do is remove our belt. Now what you want to do is get you, this is about a 6 or 7 inch, half-inch drive, a half-inch wrench, or you can use a 13mm, but try to make sure it's 6-point so it won't slip off the nut. Now you want to make sure it's short too. The long wrench might work, but maybe not, I don't know. But get your socket, get your wrench on there, and you're going to go like you're tightening. Now watch what happens when I tighten it. See how it loosens up right there like that? Alright, so you want to pick it up as much as you can. Take your right hand over here and take this belt off. Okay, then slowly let back down on your wrench. Now, my wrench right now is stuck. It is stuck right there up against the frame right there. But that's good. I don't mind about that. I can leave it just right there as long as this part is off. All right? The next thing you want to do, you got this wiring harness right here. And this just clips right into place. That little Christmas tree clip goes into the reservoir. Just take that off. Go off the bolt right here. There's another little clip. Pop that off. And we're going to swing that over to the side. This is looking great. All right. The next thing you want to do is grab you a pan and put it up under the vehicle right about here in case when we lose fluid. All right. The next step we're going to do is we got this pulley right here. Now this pulley is pressed on. It's on by a special tool. So I'm going to show you the tool we're going to need, we're going to use to take this pulley off. We'll be right back.
Look at there. Spit me on.
Come on, man, it's raining out here. All right, guys, for the next step, what you're going to need is a pulley puller set. Now, this one is a Lyle number 38850. It's very inexpensive, and Lyle is a good brand. If you don't have this, you don't want to buy one, go down to your local auto parts store, AutoZone, Advance, and you can rent the tool free of charge. All right, this thing comes in handy, so it's best just to get you a set and buy it. Now, to remove this pulley, you're going to need this piece, this piece, this piece, and this piece. We're going to set this into here, and let me show you how this works. Now, the way this works is, now there's 2 different openings right here. So you want to put it in there and see which one best grabs that pulley. I'm going to use that side right there. And what this does, this part screws into here. And this piece, the reason why you need this, because this is going to push up against the front of the power steering pump, the center part right there. It's going to push up against that. And as I'm tightening this up, this, in fact, let me put this on for you. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Now, as I'm tightening up the screw, it's going to push up against the center of that power steering pump. And you know what? That one looks like it's a little bit too loose. So let me switch it up and go to this side. And then tighten it up. Get it a little snug. Oh, dang it. Look at that mess, man.
Man, that's good, man. Look at this. And then you drop both of them.
Give me this thing. Shut up.
Man, get that thing, man.
Get the thing. See, I'm in a rush. Come here. I didn't say throw it out here. I said... Alright, guys. Let's get this again. Put this in here. What's the little centerpiece?
Huh?
The little piece that went in.
Man, you better give me some light, man. You know, blind. Got my glasses on. No, Tim, that thing in there.
Alright, guys. Let's get at that centerpiece and we'll be right back. Alright, guys. Got the thing. Got the little piece back here. And what I'm going to do is hook it back up. And I wanted to have it upside down to show you guys how this thing goes. But, looks like we should have just removed that mount. Alright guys, so I got it set up, and what I'm gonna do is put it this way so it don't fall apart. Now you gotta have a wrench to hold this side in. To hold this side, and that's a 13/16. And then on this side you're going to use 11mm or 7/16, and you're going to be tightening this up. Alright, it settles into place. Alright, and get our 13/16 wrench. Hold it in there. And you know what you want to do, you can actually have this leaning to the side. Alright, and as you tightening this up, it's going to start pulling up against that pulley. It's going to just pulling that pulley right off. Alright, stop for a minute. And turn it around. And as you can see, the tool is going inside there, pushing up against the power steering pump. And this part is pulling that pulley right off. So we're going to go ahead, get this off, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, I pulled it off. And there you go. So let's set this, get our tool out of here. Set this to the side. You can take our tool right out of there.
Oh, you did.
Man, but I hit the cardboard, Alright guys, set this to the side and we'll be right back. Alright guys, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the reservoir. But before we do that, there's a lot of fluid in there we need to get out. Now, if you don't have anything to take it out, use one of them turkey basters or something to get that fluid out of there. Because what's going to happen is you got this hose right over here, the return hose, and once you take that the return hose off, fluid's going to come all out of there. So you want to try to take this out. So what I'm going to use here, I'll take the cap off, and I'm going to use my brake bleeder. It works by air. And what I'm going to do is put this hose, end of it, into here, and then I'm going to squeeze. What we want to do is take out as much as we can. Now we're still going to get some coming out of there, but not as much. Then we're going to get a bunch of rags and put up under there. All right, we got that out, and we'll be right back.
Hey, all right, you guys. I have my needle nose pliers.
So you're going to speak a little loud. Guys, we're up out here. It's raining out, and what we did, I'm going to hurry up and go out and show you what we did. I'm going to run out in the rain and show you real quick, and then we'll run back, okay? So, look at the back of the truck. We got the back of the truck, got the top hooked up to the door, down, onto the car, and there we go. All right, go ahead.
All right, you guys. I have needle nose pliers. What we're doing, we're going to take this bottom tube loose. But first, you want to try to get you a bucket or either some rags to go down there.
All right, first we're going to take the pan, put the pan up under there. And then, I don't know, he's all backwards, man. Then we're going to take the rags and stick it down there. Come on, man, you know what you're doing. Stick the rags down there. Man, it's pouring out here.
All right, now.
You want to speak loud.
I got my needle nose and my clamp. Pushing it down. Now, what other,
Oh, is it down enough? Ah, dang it.
That rain coming down. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. Now, I get my hose pliers. Oh yeah, if you had these hose pliers, they are meant to hold a hose a similar size. Anything bigger, you'll punch a hole in it, so you want to be careful with that. Put it around.
Can you see them on your way?
Yeah, you are a little bit.
Be careful with that thing. There's no plastic.
You will break.
Is it coming down?
Yeah, it look like it.
That thing look like it's budging. Come on, man. Get the clamp down, man. Get the hose off.
That's the thing.
Be careful of that, man. That's plastic. You sure you got that clamp down enough? No.
Look, I'm hitting.
Hitting what?
Ready.
What is that other hole? What is that other clamp there?
I don't know. Next to me, I know what I do. I would get the pry bar.
And break that thing right off.
Yeah.
Yo, let me say a light for me.
Hold on, let me see something. Go ahead, you do it.
I'm looking at, I see another clamp there. Hold on.
I should be coming off. Huh? I think I'm coming off now though.
Alright, where you at? Move around. I don't know, man. I think that other clamp is in the... I think that other... if you feel it's pulling off, then okay. I'm telling you, it looks like this clamp is in the way. Look with me.
I moved a lot.
Okay, yeah, it's coming off. Hold on. I gotta get a better angle. Go ahead.
If I can keep this other clamp in my hand. Man, I ain't never knew to be so daggone aggravating this to take a hose.
I know, it's all thing hose. There we go. Alright guys, look at that. Fluid's coming out of there. He's got the hose off. And we got our pan up under here and this is catching it.
We could stick something in that hose.
It don't matter because we don't want that. I want that drained out anyway. So let that down. Let that hang down. All right.
Now, set that to a side. Now, you see this?
Let me get on that side for a minute.
See that bolt out there?
Yeah, what? This ain't tight or something. Oh, well. Okay.
Alright.
Alright.
Next thing we're gonna be doing is breaking this bolt free.
Okay, guys, this right here, put the light down as you can see. This right here is the high pressure line going into the pump. You can see the nut right there. The line screws right there. Alright, go ahead.
Alright. Now, I'm going to be using a 18mm line wrench to remove this, well, to break this bolt. And this right here caught you to bust your elbows and everything. This one, this.
Hey, that's tight.
Yep.
Stop playing.
Man, ain't got no room.
Oh, put it back, put it back, put it back up there.
Alright. Ain't got no room.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Ain't got no room to do nothing with.
Okay, take it off, take it off. I told you, boy. That boy can do it. Damn.
Man, don't be recording me, man. I just sat right there and said,
Y'all guys want to see a grown man cry? That boy's over there in tears. Alright, but I knew it. I knew he could do it. I knew he could do it. Alright, so he got that off. Good. Now, once you break it loose, now, guys, you definitely want to use... Dang it, man. You definitely want to use a line wrench, because if you use a regular wrench, you take the chance of stripping that out. Stripping that nut off. You don't want to do that. Now that he's got that loose, now we're going to take a regular 18mm and we're going to go ahead in here and finish taking this loose. Alright, let's get that done and we'll be right back.
Alright, you guys. What I have here is a little short 18mm wrench. I'm using that so I can have more room to swing and turn the boat. I'm gonna get this out and we'll be right back.
Alright guys, Billy Bob is still doing that. And what I'm gonna do while he's doing that, I'm gonna remove the reservoir. The reservoir is held on by two 10mm bolts. Those two 10mm bolts also holds on the power steering pump. Get out the way for a minute.
If you lift me with some light, I can see.
Get out the way for a minute, man. Okay, one bolt, hold the light for a minute. One bolt is right there, and the other one, and check this out, this is cool guys. If you see how the reservoir is made with that little opening right there, and then one right there, one little opening right there. If you look straight down in there, there's our other 10mm bolt.
And do not forget that third bolt that's behind the high power.
Shut up, man, shut up. I'm trying to explain something. Okay, one is right there, and then the other one is straight down into there. Okay, one, switch over, two. Now, to get those out, what I'm going to use, this thing. What I'm going to use is my big bill ratchet. Zoom out. With my 4-inch 3/8 drive extension and my shallow 10mm 3/8 drive socket. And that is the perfect length to go right into here. One. And then I'm going to reach over here and get number two. Let's get those two bolts out and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got both bolts loose. And what I'm going to do, so I don't get in his way, I'm gonna take a magnet and stick my magnet in there. And there's one bolt. And I want to leave that to the side. And while I get my other one, just in case they are, watch your hand hitting that reservoir. Dang it. Let's get my other one out. Alright, good. Both of them are the same length, so we're good with that. Now, your reservoir, your hands are dirty already. The reservoir comes out this way because it sets into the pump. So you gotta wiggle it back and forth and at the same time pull it towards the front of the car. Here we go. Coming up. And there you go right there. Got that part right there. Sets into the pump right there. Alright, let's set this to the side and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got the line all the way disconnected, but that line is not budging at all. So we need to go down here and see what the heck is that line connected to anything. Can you wiggle the line a little bit? Oh boy.
What's it?
First, let me find some place to put this light. But yeah, it's bolted to like a little bracket that's got a 10mm nut on it. Everything under here is aluminum. Can't even stick the light to nothing. There we go. Guys, you see right there.
Well, the whole front end of here about to fall apart. Ain't all the bolts hanging out of here.
We got a 10mm nut right there that's holding on this line. All right, pass me a 10mm speed wrench. All right, thanks.
Yep.
All right, guys, I'm gonna get this speed wrench up there. This sucks. All right, let's get that off, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, as you can see, I got it just about off. All right, I got the nut off, and you can see the bracket. I'm gonna just push it off of that stud.
You should be able to pull it down.
Man, this thing is still giving me a hard time. This bites.
You need a pair of pliers?
No, give me the needle nose. The straight needle nose. Alright guys, what I'm gonna do is try to stick the needle nose right between there. There we go. Alright. There we go. It's off. Alright, now let me go over here and pull this pan back over here just in case fluid. Can I put the reservoir inside of there? Let me get our light out the way. Okay. Put the line down.
Mm-hmm. That's our line right there.
Okay, got the line down. And now we got the two bolts that's going to the bottom. Shine that light like that. Get this out of the way. Alright guys, you can see the last two bolts. We got one right there. And the other one is right here in the front. Let me switch it that side. The one that was loose. Now on this one right here that's loose, what we're gonna do is I want Billy Bob to tighten that up first to make sure that is not stripped out. Oh, it's not stripped?
Nope.
All right. Now we're gonna take those two bolts out using the same setup. 4-inch 3/8 drive extension, 10mm shallow socket, both 3/8 drive.
And my big bill.
Big bill. All right, so let's get those two bolts out, and we'll be right back.
All right, you guys. I'm almost out of there. I got my last bolt. And I'm out. Power steering. Pump is in my hand. I'm gonna leave my 2 bottom bolts in, and we'll get the new one, and we'll be right back.
All right, guys, here we go. We got our new pump, and we got our old pump over here. Now, this, guys, right here is very important. You see this little plastic ring right here? That's a nylon, or a Teflon seal. You definitely need a new one. And the new one's gonna come with your kit. Now, guys, this is very, very important here. Why they got this design, I don't know. It's the stupidest design I've ever seen. This seal, let's go over here to the car. Here's our line, pressure line. It's got to go down to that groove right there. It's got to, so this has got to be spread open and go right down into there. If you try to put this on like it is right now, more than likely, it's going to break. So, this is how you got to do this. You want to get you some warm water. Then you want to get you a punch. And you see how that's down? Well, I might need a bigger punch. But no, this one might be good. Now, as this is in warm water, I want to squeeze that. Well, this is down there already. Get some warm water to keep that in place. And if you get I'm going to try to find a bigger punch or something better to go on right here. But you got to get this really soft. Get it onto the punch. And then take it off and hurry up and put it back on to the old one. So let me see if I can find me a better punch, a bigger one. I'll be right back. All right, guys, this is what we're gonna do. Customer's not home, so we can't get no warm water. So now you're gonna have warm water. The lens on that thing is dirty too. You gotta fix that thing, man. You gotta flip the.
You just didn't.
So this is what we're gonna do, guys. I got my reservoir right here. The truck is warm, and what I got is a bigger easy out. So what I'm gonna do is take my needle nose, and that's better than warm water. Dip that down into the antifreeze.
And then when you come back up, and
this is gonna be quick, guys. I gotta be able to come back up, put that on that easy out, stretch it, and then hurry up and go put it back on the line. And then as it cools off, it's going to shrink back down into place. All right, so we're just about ready here. Let's take it out. Put it on the easy out. All right, let's hurry up and get over here. All right, take it off the easy out. And I gotta hurry up. And dang it, that thing is starting to go back into place already. And walk that thing down the threads. As you can see, I'm trying to go down even. Dang it, man. And I don't want to use no screwdriver or nothing because I don't want to break it. There we go, guys. Right down in there, right into the groove. And I'm gonna let that set, and that's gonna cool down, and that's gonna be good. So now we get our new pump, and we're gonna go ready to install this. We'll be right back. All right, guys. The next thing we're gonna do, use some kind of airline or something, because what you want to do, all that old fluid in there, you need to get that contaminated stuff out of there. So what we're gonna do is go over here, and our return line, we're gonna face that down to our drain pan. Face it down like that. Okay. Then I'm going to slowly put air to this side. And as you can see, down here, it's flushing all that stuff out. Let me put it up there for you. That's where you get all that contaminated stuff out of the system. Was it still coming out or was that good?
No, it's still coming out.
Okay.
Keep going. See that stuff, you guys? If you was to have hook your pump back up, 9 times out of 10 you might would have burnt it up anyway.
Alright, now that we got that done, let's get our new pump and get this set in. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we got our old pump and our new pump. First thing we do is take this plug out right here. Alright, being that there's a core here, so this don't leak all over the box, I'm going to put this in there. And where our reservoir sets in, it's got a little plug right here. Let's get some needle nose and definitely, guys, take this out because if you notice, they paint this the same way. And if you ain't careful, you're going to think, hey, okay, everything is good. I ain't asked for your help. Put this over here. All right, we are ready to get this mounted up. Let's turn this way, turn this way. Let's see now, we got our screws here. All screws are, let me get my other 2 screws. Alright, all screws are the same length. Now, the pump mounts up like this, up against the block. These 2 screws right here holds in our reservoir. So we're not going to be putting those in. We're going to be going to the bottom one. So we're going to go over here. Set our pump up. What the heck are you looking at? Alright, get that lined up. And actually, you know what I'm going to do, guys?
Did you make sure the dial pin is still in the pump?
This is the new one. Of course they're in here.
I'm just saying, make sure they're still in there.
You know I'm going to use these as an alignment, guys. This is okay. All right, you know what? Let me get the other 2. Is this bolt crooked or something? Let's see another 2. You definitely want to screw them in by hand by a couple threads, just so they're not going cross-threaded. It's just that this one is kind of messed up. Reach in here and get this last one over here. See, all those went in pretty good except for that one. Heck yeah. Look at that, guys. That's the one that was down there at the bottom one. Look at that. That thing is
twisted, 2 little shoes.
Alright guys, we got that lined up. What I'm gonna do, we're gonna see if we got us a bolt to match that up or try our best to bend this back into place. We'll be right back. Alright guys, what I'm gonna do is take the bolt, stick it through here, and just so I don't damage the threads, I'm gonna put this nut on the end of it. Get it down there some. I'm gonna take my vice grips.
grab the whole head.
Shut up. What the heck wrong with him? Like I spoke to him.
You cool, man?
No, what the heck you talking about?
That's me.
Oh, damn it.
I hope you didn't do nothing like that. Damn, God, you inside to it.
Hey, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. All right, guys, let's go over there and see how this is. Take this bolt in. Okay, good. Good. Now, what I'm going to do here is just line those two up. And this one in. And our reservoir is holding on by the bottom two, so I'm going to go ahead and tighten up the top two. So I'm going to go ahead, wait a minute, was the reservoir holding on by the... The two top ones. Get out the way, man. Dang it. Thank you. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and tighten up my bottom two, and I'll be right back. Guys, this guy, I asked him was it stripped. He said no. This bottom bolt is stripped.
Hey, you can't get mad at the messenger.
I asked you.
I didn't know that boat was bent. You didn't know the boat was bent.
Okay, so I asked you was it stripped. You said no.
It tightened up. You saw it. You were standing right there with me. That thing tightened up.
Man, this guy aggravating, man. Now, when the customer called back, that boat would have came back. You would have. I would have.
Well, tell me your thoughts.
You don't know my thoughts.
Can I ask you
All right, guys, let's take this boat out. We got to figure out what to do here.
But can I ask you a question?
What?
Do I ever cross your mind anytime?
Man. So actually, guys, only 3 bolts are holding this in. I cannot put this bolt back in there because I don't need that bolt backing up out of there. So I'm gonna take that out.
Look, matter of fact, that thing is still. You see, I can still stick my fingernail through it.
I didn't tighten it up yet. Turn the light, man. I can't see. I didn't tighten this up yet. Because the reservoir is going right here, so I didn't tighten them up. I just wanted to put those in for an alignment. So, we got it all lined up now. Let's take out our top two, and we'll be right back.
How about you guys? We're back down here at the high pressure line. I'm gonna.
It goes right here. What the hell? What you bring it all the way over there for? Trying to bend the line.
I can see this thing. All right, let me get this thing. Definitely want to make sure you get this thing going.
You're blinding us, man. You're blinding us.
All right.
It started?
Yep.
You stripped that out. You bought this.
Man, you see me twisting that thing again, man. You gonna take it out?
No.
Oh. Oh. I just let you know it's in there.
Okay, you go ahead.
All right. Now that we have that line started by a couple threads, we're gonna turn this. We'll turn it.
We're going to take our 18 millimeter stubby wrench, and now we're going to start turning that in.
If you're not for sure if you had that thing
If there's a lot of tension on it, then you know you messed up.
there you go. Hot dog.
So it's going.
So now we got this started and going. We're gonna get it tightened up and we'll be right back.
All right, guys. Now we got our reservoir. We're gonna get that cleaned up. Got some brake cleaner here, and I really want to get inside, get all that flushed out, and clean up the outside. Alright, the next thing I want to do is grab me a little pick. And let's get this out of the way because I don't need this no more. And you got our 2 O-rings right there. We're just going to go in there and pick those O-rings off. Because your new pump should come with them. Alright, we got them off. Bring it up a little bit. Take my gloves off. And here's the new O-rings that go up onto there. And we're just going to put them on. Perfect. Now, before we put this in, what we're going to do is take a little power steering fluid and just lubricate the O-rings just around there, just enough so it's easier to go inside the pump and they won't get caught and break. Alright, so let's get that done and we'll be right back. Alright guys, before we do that, what I'm going to do is take my air, blow it in there, make sure everything is flushed out. Alright, we'll take our power steering fluid. And just lubricate the O-rings. Great. Okay, let's go over here to our pump. And remember, the part with the O-rings is going to sit right inside there. So you're going to set into there and you want to wiggle it back and forth and make sure they go in, and that is perfect. Now we're going to take our 2 10mm bolts, and you can probably look down here at this angle and you can look straight in.
Probably
here. Alright, we got one right there. And we got one right over here somewhere. Okay, you can see him? Mm-hmm. Alright, now, I don't need that. Alright, now we're going to take our big bill ratchet with our same setup. 4-inch 3/8 drive extension with a 10mm shallow socket 3/8 drive also. And we're going to go in and tighten those 2 bolts up. Do not over tighten this because it's also tightening up plastic holding that reservoir on. So if you're using a ratchet like I am, notice how I'm going slow. But what I'm going to do is bring this in. And let me bring the other side in first. Alright, because what I want to do is get a regular ratchet and show you how to tighten these up. Now, how they bent that bolt down there, I have no idea how you bend a bolt doing it. I don't know. But to tighten this up, what you want to do is go ahead till it stops and just a little bit more. That's it. Do not over tighten this. Alright, so let's get this one done and we'll be right back.
All right, you guys. Next, we'll be putting our hose back onto our power steering reservoir.
The hose he's talking about is the return line.
Man, did this thing... Look at that. That thing just came right out. It's over. All right. Oh, it's the clamp broke. That's why it came out. Okay. Now, what we're gonna do? Grab your hose.
You can't see a damn thing now.
Okay, I'm good to show you. Hold on. Just let me get it started. I'll show you exactly what I'm gonna do. All right. I got that started. I'm gonna grab my needle nose. My needle nose. Well, needle nose hose pliers. What I'm gonna do? Grab it right around the hose, so you all can get a good look. Then grab my needle nose pliers, just in case the other clamp was holding me. I want to go ahead and squeeze that in, pull up and twist at the same time. Man, if you move that daggone light out of the way.
I'm not holding light.
I'm talking about, I know because it's in my way. Now.
Be careful with that, man. That's plastic thing up there. You break that.
I know, but look, I got this.
What's
Now,
up, dude?
take my needle nose, squeeze down on it, and put it up. It sets back into place. Now that that's done, we'll be right back.
All right, guys. To install the pulley is pressed on. You're gonna need the right fitting, which is this one right here, and this screws into here. Okay, great. Then we're gonna go over here, take this whole assembly, and inside of the shaft right here is gonna be threads. So you screw that on till it stops. Perfect. Now, what you're gonna do is take your pulley, put your pulley on. Okay, just like that. Take your flat washer, and then this right here is special because the front of it is like a bearing. So see how there's a bearing inside. See how this stays still, where I can turn the nut? That's so as this is going down on the shaft, it won't twist and bind up the pulley. So we put that on. Now as we're tightening up this, it's going to pull that down. Now you will, okay, what's stopping everything from turning? Once you get that pulley up there, lined up nice and even, bring this all the way in. And on this, you're going to go till it stops. So what you're going to need here is on the end, that's an 11 millimeter or 7/16. Okay, right here. Okay, and on this now, you're going to be keeping it in reverse. This is just to hold it into place. And you want to take your 13/16 wrench. Oh, sorry, this one's a 7/8. Let me get a 7/8 and I'll be right back. All right, got our 7/8 wrench. And the wrench is going to go like it's turning. And I'm going to just leave this in place because as I go back, you see how the ratchet clicks. And what you're doing right now is as this is going down on the bolt, it's pushing that pulley in, and you just want to keep on going until it actually stops. And if you want also your ratchet, instead of holding it, if you want, you can just lean it up against the frame or something and just do that. again, guys, you want to just go down until it stops. There it is. It stopped. Put your ratchet on tightening and take that off. And what you can do is just hold your pulley. Oh, it's already loose. Cool. And take your whole assembly out. And there it is. It's on. We'll be right back. All right, guys. Next thing we'll do is put our belt on. Let me switch around this way. Yeah. And what I'm doing, taking my right hand and getting it ready to go up on our power steering. And remember our wrench over here? And we still got up here. And that's how we're doing, is going to tighten it. So we're going to bring it all the way over. Get that belt on. There we go. Guys, you want to make sure that is on them grooves also. All right, before I take my wrench out of there, you want to go down. You want to make sure all your grooves are on and lined up, because if not, it will mess this belt up. And everything looks great. All right. Let's get our wrench out of there. Now, guys, the next part is very, very important, because especially on Fords, you have to bleed this system. And I'm going to show you how to bleed it. But before we do that, let's get our expansion tank.
Yeah,
huh?
You got to take the nut out. I'm in the bolt.
Oh, take the bolt out of here. The screw. All right, and remember over here, it goes onto this, the groove goes onto this little slot right here. So we're just gonna set that down. Okay. Get our 10mm bolt. And actually, what do we see? Where's the matter of fact, just give me this right here. So we can get this lined up into there. Okay. Take our big bill. And this is really plastic, guys, so this is not really tight. So that's all I'm going to do is just bring this in till it stops. That's it. That is done. Now, before we proceed to the next step, first you want to do is put... Oh, let's get this clips back in here. This ain't like it. Plug that back in. We're gonna put power steering fluid in here, and we're only gonna fill it up to about right here. All right, and at the same time, what we're gonna do is we got this side jacked up on a jack stand, and we can take this thing out of here.
Yeah, same thing right now.
What we're gonna do is I'm gonna leave my jack stand over here, take my jack on the other side, and just pick the other side up just enough to get that tire off of the ground. All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys, before we do that, forgot, let's get up under here. And we gotta clean this down. Let's get this little clip hooked back up here onto this stud at the bottom of the... What is the heck, man? These things... Give me something. Get something to hook this lid onto. Okay, let's get this line over onto this stud. Okay, let's get our 10mm nut, wherever it may be. Dang it. All right, we're gonna get our 10mm nut, put it back on the end of this, tighten that up, and we'll be right back.
All right, you guys. I have my funnel and power steering fluid. You want to feel the power steering pump. It's about right here. Now, when you do that, after you fill it up, you get in your car, you turn your wheel off.
We're gonna show him, man.
Okay.
We're gonna show him.
Well,
So we're gonna fill it up to that point.
Yep.
And we'll be right back.
We'll be right back. All right, you guys. What you want to do now? Get your key, which is here. I'm gonna show you exactly how you bleed this. In order to bleed it, you have to have both wheels, well, both of the front wheels off the ground. So. You don't have to start the car. Just
no, it ain't no. You don't have to start. Do not start the car.
You're gonna turn the wheel 20 times one way, all the way. Then you're gonna turn 20 times the other way, all the way.
Now, while he's doing that, after about 10 times, go out there and check your fluid and fill it up, because it will start dropping down.
Yep. And when we do that, we'll be right back.
All right, ready? You guys wanted to show you this. As he's turning it, you can hear the bleeding come through. And actually, you can see a little bit of the old fluid coming up. But that's just a little bit. You hear all that air? Actually, you can see the bubbles inside there. So this is a very important step that you cannot miss. How many times you up to so far?
About 100.
He said about 100. Gotta be smart, man. He just couldn't answer my question. If I pull out one of these coils and throw it at him, then he'll answer my question right. Then the customer will be complaining about a misfire. All right, he got that done. Now what we're gonna do is I put the cap on it, and I'm gonna have him turn the wheel straight. Turn it, stop. Start it up for a few seconds and then shut it off, about 5 seconds. All right, and we're gonna take the cap off. See how it's coming up, it's still full. All right, start it up and turn the wheel back and forth another 10 times each side. You hear the pump? Finishing bleeding out. All right, let's get that done and we'll be right back. All right, guys, you turn to the 7 times. All right, shut it off. All right, guys, now what we're gonna do is let the vehicle down, take it off the jack stands, get off the jack, and test it out.